All right, so leg extension curl machines.
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into today.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about getting one for your home gym,
Great idea.
it's a really good way to focus on those quads and hamstrings.
Absolutely.
We've got some reviews
Yeah.
and some forum discussions about, what's out there, what to watch out for, and even some pretty wild DIY hacks.
Yeah, really cool stuff. These machines are great for isolating those key muscles in your legs,
Right.
which is awesome for building strength and size.
Yeah.
If you're recovering from a knee injury,
Oh, yeah.
they can be a really good way to rehab in a controlled way.
So right away, we're talking about bodybuilders,
Yeah.
athletes, people recovering from injuries.
Yeah, anyone who wants strong legs, really.
It's not just about getting those Instagram legs.
Right.
It's about
It's about function.
strength, too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you've got this stack of reviews and discussions.
Yeah, I've been looking through them.
Where do we even start?
Well, one thing that really jumped out at me was this idea of the resistance curve.
Oh, yeah, I saw that come up.
Apparently, it's a big deal with these machines.
Okay.
There were some people on Reddit talking about how some of those plate-loaded machines just don't have much resistance at the beginning of the movement.
So you're like pushing against nothing for the first part of the rep?
Pretty much, yeah.
That doesn't sound very effective.
No, not really. And that's where those commercial-grade machines with the big weight stacks often do a better job.
Right, they've got that smoother resistance throughout the whole movement.
Exactly.
But of course, those usually come with a much higher price tag.
Yeah, they can be pretty pricey.
Not everyone can afford one of those.
I saw someone manage to find a used body solid machine, though.
Ooh, commercial grade.
Yeah, and for a steal, apparently.
That's amazing.
It just goes to show if you're patient and you know what you're looking for, you can find some good deals.
Totally. Okay, so if you're on a budget but still want something decent,
Right.
what are our options?
Well, there are some really good plate-loaded machines out there.
Okay.
Like Joey Suggs reviewed 2 popular ones on Amazon, the Spart and the GMWD.
Okay.
Both are around $300 to $350.
Okay, so that's not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Budget friendly, but hopefully still decent quality.
Definitely.
What did you think of them?
So the Spart machine is interesting.
Okay.
It's got a much larger, wider seat.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Yeah, could be really good if you're taller or just need more space.
Right. You don't want to feel cramped in there.
Exactly.
And I saw the leg pad is adjustable.
Yeah.
So you can fine tune it for different exercises.
You got it.
Different leg lengths.
Makes it a lot more versatile.
Plus, it's got those wider front legs with the wheels.
Yeah, so moving it around shouldn't be too hard.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But there were some downsides too, right?
Unfortunately, yeah. There were a few things.
Like what?
Well, apparently the bumper plates hit the wheels during reps.
That's annoying.
Yeah, kind of a design flaw. And there's no seat tilt adjustment.
Oh, right.
Which means you might not be able to stretch as far as you'd like.
So if you're someone who's really into getting that deep stretch,
Yeah.
that could be a problem.
It could be a deal breaker for some people.
And that's important for getting a full range of motion.
Exactly.
Which is key for building muscle.
And there are a couple of other issues, too.
Oh, no.
Some people were saying that their feet hit the bar during reps.
Really?
Yeah, which, again, impacts the range of motion.
Oh, not good.
And the leg pad can bow under heavy weight.
What? So it's not even stable?
It's not ideal. You could end up with an uneven workout.
Okay. So not the most user-friendly design.
Maybe not.
What about the GMWD? Did it do any better?
Actually, yeah, it addressed a few of those problems.
Okay, good.
It has an adjustable seat.
Oh, no, nice.
With 3 different angle settings.
You can really dial in that perfect position.
Correctly.
And I saw that it's got a swiveling leg pad.
Yeah.
That self-adjusts during exercises.
So smart, right?
That's pretty cool.
You don't have to mess around with it.
Exactly.
And the pop-in locking mechanism makes it super easy to switch between exercises.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Really smooth.
Plus, it has a smaller footprint overall.
Yeah, which is great if you're working with limited space.
Right. Space is always a factor with home gyms.
Always.
Okay. So it sounds like the GMWD might be winning so far.
It's definitely got some advantages.
But were there any downsides?
Well, seat and back pad are smaller.
Okay.
Which could be an issue for taller users.
Right. You want to be comfortable when you're working out.
Absolutely.
And I noticed the wheels are at the back.
Yeah.
Which seems like it would make it harder to move when it's loaded up.
Not the most convenient placement.
No.
And there were a few reports of limited range of motion on the leg curls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you don't position the leg pad just right.
Yeah. So there's still some things to think about.
Definitely.
So between those two, which one did Joey ultimately recommend?
He went with the GMWD. mostly because of that adjustable seat and the sturdier leg pad.
Makes sense.
But he did say that the seat size wouldn't be a deal breaker for everyone,
Right.
especially if you're on the shorter side.
It's all about finding what works for your body type and your needs.
Exactly.
Okay, so those are just two options to get us started.
Yeah.
There's a whole world of leg extension curl machines out there.
A whole world.
So stay tuned. We'll be back with more.
Can't wait. So there are some really cool alternatives out there, too.
Oh, yeah. What else did you find?
Well, remember that resistance curve issue we were talking about with some of the plate-loaded machines?
Yeah, the one where there's not much resistance at the beginning.
Right. Well, I saw some people talking about this company called Bulletproof.
Okay, I've heard of them.
They make a machine called the Isolator.
The Isolator.
And it's designed to have a more consistent resistance throughout the whole range of motion.
Oh, that's interesting. So they've specifically addressed that problem.
Yeah, it seems like it's not a traditional leg extension curl machine.
Right.
But it seems to be pretty popular with people who are really serious about their leg training.
So more specialized.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be the only machine in your gym.
Right.
It would be a good addition if you're really focused on leg development.
Exactly.
Were there any other alternatives?
Someone suggested using a reverse hyper machine
Oh, wow.
for leg extensions and curls.
Really?
Apparently you can adapt it with a little creativity.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, getting multiple uses out of one piece of equipment.
Especially if you're trying to save space
Right.
and money.
Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of space and money,
Yeah.
we should probably talk about the Titan Fitness Seated Leg Curl Extension Machine.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It seems to be everywhere these days,
It's really popular.
and for good reason. It's widely available, pretty affordable,
Yeah.
and it seems to do the job.
We found a review from Hybrid Resistance.
Oh, yeah, that YouTube channel.
Yeah, they do a lot of fitness equipment reviews.
What did they think of it?
They were impressed.
Really?
They said it's not perfect,
Sure.
but it's a solid choice for the price.
Okay, so not top of the line, but a good value,
Yeah, exactly.
which seems to be Titan's whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Making decent quality fitness equipment more accessible,
Yeah, they've got a good reputation for that.
so it's versatile.
Yeah, you can use it for leg extensions, leg curls, calf raises,
Oh, wow.
even some other exercises if you get creative.
That's great. I love when equipment can multitask.
Yeah.
What else did they say?
They really like the smooth rollers, the comfortable pads,
Mm.
and the durable powder coating on the frame.
Okay, so it sounds well built.
They said it was easy to assemble too,
Ooh, that's always a plus.
especially for home gym setups.
Right. You don't want to be
Right.
spending hours putting it together,
Exactly.
but there must have been some downsides too.
Well, yeah, no machine is perfect.
Right, of course not.
They did say that it's not commercial grade quality.
Okay.
So if you're planning on running a CrossFit gym out of your garage, this might not be the best choice.
Makes sense.
But for a home gym with regular use, it should hold up just fine.
What else?
One thing they mentioned was that it can be a bit awkward to move around,
Oh, yeah. I could see that. It's not the most balanced looking machine.
especially with the weights loaded on one side.
Right, and those wheels aren't helping much.
Not really.
Did they have any other complaints?
Some people said that the leg curls felt weaker than the leg extensions.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so maybe not the best if you're really focused on hamstring development.
Good to know. Anything else?
The seat and back pad weren't the most comfortable for everyone,
Oh, yeah. I saw that in some of the comments too.
and they recommended setting the seat height at a higher incline to get a better stretch.
Good tip. Oh. Okay, so it sounds like it has some quirks,
Yeah.
but overall it seems like a decent option for the price.
Yeah, I think so.
And here's the interesting part. Remember that resistance curve hack we were talking about?
The one with the extender pin?
Yeah.
Well, Hybrid Resistance actually tried it out on this Titan machine,
Oh, really?
and they didn't find it necessary. They actually preferred the way the resistance built naturally during the exercise.
Interesting. So maybe that issue isn't as big of a deal as some people make it out to be?
Or maybe it just depends on the machine and the person using it.
Right. Different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. It's worth experimenting with, though.
Yeah. See what works best for you.
All right, so we've talked about a few specific machines,
We have.
but let's zoom out for a second.
Okay.
Who would actually benefit most from having one of these machines in their home gym?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, obviously, anyone who wants to build stronger quads and hamstrings,
Right.
bodybuilders, athletes.
People recovering from injuries.
Exactly.
So there's a wide range of people who could benefit,
Definitely.
but are there people who might not find it as useful?
Well, it's important to remember that these are isolation exercises.
Right.
They're great for targeting specific muscles,
Mhm.
but they don't offer the same functional benefits as compound exercises.
Like squats and lunges.
Exactly. You're not working multiple muscle groups at once,
And you're not mimicking real-life movements.
which are important for overall strength and athleticism.
So if someone's primary goal is functional fitness,
Right.
they might want to stick with those compound movements.
And maybe consider a leg extension curl machine as a supplemental tool.
It's all about finding that balance.
Absolutely.
But even for someone who's mostly doing compound movements, a leg extension curl machine could still be a valuable addition to their training.
For sure.
Okay, so we've talked about the different types of machines,
Yeah.
the pros and cons, who would benefit, who might not.
It's a lot to consider.
It is. But what about the bigger picture? How does this type of machine compare to other similar products?
In terms of quality and price,
Yeah,
well, as we've said, plate-loaded machines are generally more affordable than selectorized machines.
right.
But you might have to compromise a bit on the resistance curve.
Okay. Those commercial-grade selectorized machines do have a nice smooth feel.
Yeah, but that comes at a price.
Literally.
And when it comes to build quality, there's a huge range.
Mhm.
You can find really basic models all the way up to high-end machines with all the bells and whistles.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot.
Balancing affordability, quality, and features.
And don't forget about the used market.
Oh, yeah, that's a great option.
It can find some amazing deals if you're patient and do your research.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of information here.
Yeah, we have.
The different types of machines, the pros and cons, the alternatives who would benefit most, and even how to shop for a good deal.
Hopefully people are feeling more informed now.
I know I am.
Yeah.
But the best way to know if a machine is right for you?
Is to try it out yourself.
Exactly. Go to a store, see how it feels, test out the movements.
You'll know right away if it's a good fit.
So don't be afraid to experiment with different models, different weight levels, different exercises.
Until you find what feels right for your body.
I love that.
Right.
It's all about empowering yourself to make the best choice for your fitness journey.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe you'll discover some hidden gems or DIY hacks along the way.
That's the beauty of fitness.
It's a constant journey of exploration and self-discovery.
All right, so we're back for the final part of our leg extension curl machine deep dive.
Yeah.
We've talked about the machines themselves, they're good for how to shop for them, but let's get practical.
Okay.
Any tips for actually using these things effectively?
Absolutely. One of the biggest things to remember is that proper form is key.
Right.
It doesn't matter how much weight you're lifting if you're not doing it right.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. You want to make sure you're engaging the muscles correctly.
Yeah, you don't want to risk getting injured.
Exactly. So focus on form and you'll maximize your results and minimize your risk of injury.
Okay, so talk to me about form. What should we be thinking about with leg extensions and leg curls?
So for leg extensions, make sure your back is flat against the backrest core engaged and movements are slow and controlled.
No swinging those legs.
No swinging. Don't use momentum to cheat the weight up.
And for leg curls, same idea.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep that core tight back straight and movement smooth and controlled.
It's all about feeling those muscles working.
Exactly.
So how do you know if you're using the right weight?
It's a bit of a Goldilocks situation.
Right.
Not too light, not too heavy, just right.
So what's a good starting point?
I'd say aim for a weight that lets you do 8 to 12 reps with perfect form.
Okay.
If you can easily do more than 12, it's probably time to increase the weight.
And if you're struggling to hit 8,
Drop it down a bit.
better safe than sorry.
Absolutely. And remember, everyone's different.
Of course.
What feels challenging for one person might be a warm-up for someone else.
Right.
Listen to your body adjust accordingly.
So no shame in starting light
None at all.
and gradually increasing the weight as you get stronger.
That's the best way to do it.
Speaking of starting light,
Yeah.
let's talk sets and reps.
Okay.
Any guidelines there?
A good starting point is 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps for each exercise.
Okay, so 3 sets of 8 to 12.
Yeah. And as you get stronger, you can increase the sets, the reps, or decrease the rest time between sets.
So you can really customize it to your fitness level.
Exactly.
And of course, rest days are super important too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You can't build muscle if you're not giving your body time to recover.
You got to let those muscles repair and rebuild.
Here's something I always forget about.
That's that?
Breathing.
Oh, yeah. Breathing is crucial.
I always just figured you inhale on the easy part, exhale on the hard part.
Yeah, that's a good general rule.
But there's more to it than that.
There is. Being more mindful of your breath can actually help you perform better.
Really.
Yeah, for example, with leg extensions.
Mm-hmm.
Try inhaling as you lower the weight and exhaling as you extend your legs.
Okay.
And for leg curls, inhale as you curl the weight up, exhale as you lower it.
So you're syncing your breath with the movement.
Exactly. It helps stabilize your core, improves oxygen flow to your muscles,
Mm-hmm.
and it can even help you push through those tough reps.
Okay, I'm definitely going to try that.
It's a game changer.
All right, so we've talked about form weight selection sets and reps breathing.
Mm-hmm.
What about warming up?
Ah, yes, the warm-up.
Can't forget that.
Never. You always want to warm up those muscles before you hit the weights.
So what does a good leg day warm-up look like?
Start with some light cardio
Okay.
to get your blood flowing.
Like jogging in place, jumping jacks, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Anything that gets you moving, then do some dynamic stretches.
To loosen up those muscles and joints?
Yeah, things like leg swings, hip circles, torso twists. You can even do some bodyweight squats and lunges.
Oh yeah, to really activate those leg muscles.
Exactly.
And what about cooling down? Is that important too?
Just as important as warming up.
Okay, so what's the perfect cool down?
Start with some light cardio again
Okay.
to gradually bring your heart rate down, then move into some static stretches.
Holding each stretch for 30 to 60 seconds?
Exactly. Focus on those major leg muscles, quads, hamstrings, calves.
Got it. Static stretches after your workout will help improve flexibility, reduce muscle tension, and promote relaxation.
It's a great way to end your leg day.
Okay, so we've covered form weight selection sets and reps, breathing, warming up, cooling down.
We've covered it all.
I feel like I have a whole leg day toolkit now.
You're ready to go.
And remember, it's all about finding what works best for you.
Absolutely.
Experiment, have fun, and adjust as needed.
That's the key.
Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our leg extension curl machine deep dive.
It's been fun.
We explored machines, the benefits, the drawbacks, the alternatives, and even how to use them effectively.
Hopefully everyone feels more informed and confident about adding one of these machines to their home gym.
I know I do. So whether you're a seasoned lifter or just starting out, a leg extension curl machine can be a great tool for building stronger legs.
Absolutely.
So do your research, find a machine that fits your needs and your budget, and get those legs working.
And remember, have fun with it.
That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See y'all.